Hi, everybody.
Hi.
Oh, I'm not even on camera. There we go. Sorry, I forgot I was off camera. Went to get some coffee. Hi, guys. How are you doing? Welcome, Becca. How are you, sweetie?
I'm good. I just woke up, so I'm very, very peachy today, right now.
Yeah. Well, we got something we'll talk about. Wake you up and put you in a good mood first thing in the morning, or it is your morning. So, yeah.
It's technically my morning. It would be like my 8 a.m.
Yep, exactly. Okay, let's just say some highs here. We see you got nothing but a stump. Love that name. I named it to her. That's why I like it. TT Fangirl. Jane Sharper Than a Pencil. Bean Green. Catnip. Lovely Matt Mod. Alice and Jinxie and Justin and Sammy. Hi, guys. Welcome to Positively Brendan. And this is Becca Nash, my co-host, whatever you want to call it. We're not on TV, but whatever. Actually, she's the brains of all of this, because if you know anything about Brendan, if you see anything on YouTube, or on Twitter or Facebook, usually there's Becca's name. So, Becca, why don't you just tell us a little bit about what we're doing, and you take the show.
So Linda came to me with an idea, and I thought it was absolutely wonderful to do a segment once a week where we talk about Brendan Dassey and like all the positive things we can do for him and just like him in general. So, and I think that's awesome because like there's so many things you can do to help him. Just like in general, just like anything you can think of, you can do. So I did write some stuff down that I wanted to touch on, and then there's a bunch of stuff that because like there's so much stuff you can do that I couldn't even think of all of it to write down.
Yeah.
So
we got most of it in the description box. So, and my mods will be putting it up. Sorry, Becca.
No, it's good. And also, just like to have a moment to just talk about him as a person and like how awesome he is, and like give any little updates that there are, if there's any. And he's doing good right now. I did tell him about this, so he thinks it's cool. And he did have a little message he wanted me to say to everybody, so I'll just go ahead and start off with that. But he said, "Tell everyone that I said hi and that I love them."
We love you too, Brendan.
It's short and sweet, but like, yeah, but that just tells like the person that he is. He's just very like kind and wonderful, and he just generally cares about each and every one of his supporters. So if that's anything to take away from what kind of person he is, he's just a very caring person.
Gentle.
And everybody in the chat who's saying hi.
Inspiring.
Huh?
He's inspiring.
Very inspiring. Very inspiring as a person. Like, he is so positive, and he looks on the best side of everything. That is very inspiring just to talk to him. And that's the first thing that everyone here can do for him, if you want to help him, is absolutely write him a letter.
Do what nothing but a stump's doing.
Yep. Just, and it doesn't have to be super detailed or anything, too. Like, I know, Linda, I was just telling you a little bit ago, like, you can just write to him and say hi, and you don't have to be, like, super involved in the letter. It could be just, like, a simple card and just saying hi, and I support you, and I'm here for you, and I know of your story. Like, just something simple like that actually really does mean the world to him.
Mm-hmm. And we want to keep him happy, keep him uplifted. Mm-hmm. I mean, we're in a pandemic, so why not keep ourselves uplifted, Spend some of our downtime making somebody else up, because just writing to him, I'm sure, just gives you a warm feeling inside. You know what I mean? It makes you feel good, because just sitting here, I just feel so giddy. I'm like, oh my gosh, I can't believe we're finally doing something about Brendan, because I wanted to do it so long. I really have.
Yeah, no, and like, honestly, right now, he isn't getting visits because of the pandemic. So things like the letters, they're his lifeline right now. He only gets like a a limited amount of phone calls during the week now. So he does talk to his mom.
That's good.
Those. But like as far as everything else, like he hasn't been able to see his family. So, you know, just the letters and the support that from us supporters as well, you know, that really totally that really does make his day, right, especially right now. So if anything, and I know there's the address. Thank you, Jane.
Yep.
I think we also included it in the description. So like absolutely, like right.
There's everything you can do that we know of so far is
Yeah.
in the description, and they'll be putting it up throughout our live too. So
Yeah.
and we don't know how long we're going to be on. We might be on a half an hour. We might be on 10 minutes. We might be on longer. It just depends on what's going on and what people want to know too. So
Yeah.
I just want to kind of put that out there that we're really not set on anything. It might be just a quick update to say, hey, Brendan's got your letters and this is what we're doing next.
Yeah.
Be brave, Brendan, be brave, or what? Brendan, be Brendan brave.
Yeah.
Yeah. That's another thing why we're doing this, because Becca works really hard, and I know you're not going to take credit for it, but I've heard through the grapevine that it's not an easy task what you do. So we want to thank you, and that will also be updating that all the time too. So that's really good, something to look forward to.
Yeah, that's the other thing. This Be Brendan Brave. I posted on my Sunday afternoons because I know a lot of people are like ahead of me as far as time. But yeah, that's Be Brendan Brave is something I came up with. It was inspired by another supporter who supports a completely different person who does the same thing, where once a week we post. Usually it's a theme thing for Brendan that I then collect and then I send to him. Yeah, so like this Monday, for instance, I decided to do a summer theme because we're in the summer now. So for a while there it was pictures, but then the prison that he's at decided that no internet content was allowed. So I had to stop doing pictures, and so now it's just text. So that, and it's easier too for me on text because I can just copy and paste everything. But
yeah,
yeah,
that's a fun thing. I like it.
Yeah, it doesn't take me as long as it used to. It used to take me sometimes 2 days to like collect everything. Yeah, but I'm gonna do like a kind of like what I'm gonna call like a slow opening of
like a flower, slow kind of spring.
Yeah, where I'm gonna like slowly back incorporate pictures because he can receive pictures, they just can't be internet based.
Okay.
But this Monday, it's gonna be summer themed. So I'm gonna be posting in the family group in Justice and Freedom and on Twitter and on my personal page. So if you follow any of those places or on Twitter, yep. And it's going to be, if you have pictures of your garden, if you have pictures of like the beach, if you have pictures of you and your family having fun that you want to share, anything that reminds you of summer, just post those in any of those places with the hashtag #BeBrendanBrave. And just make sure there's no words on them, no graphics, no like internet stickers, no memes.
Right.
And I'm going to collect all those and then send them to Brendan. And that way everyone can kind of, because he loves knowing about our days.
Yeah, because he doesn't have a day. He's got a routine and he doesn't get to be outside and do that kind of stuff.
Yeah.
But maybe an hour a day, and even that's, I don't know how that works. But
yeah,
we can share ours with him, you know, I mean, and all over the world, which has got to be great, you know, because I couldn't have imagined getting letters from people all around the world, and that's got to make somebody feel really good. And plus he gets to see the world, you know, kind of a cheap vacay.
He loves just hearing about our days. He loves just like knowing like what we're all up to, all the positive things and like what's going on. And you know, he does like receiving pictures. I usually print them out on printer paper and include them in my letter, and he usually gets those okay. But yeah, he definitely, so stuff like that absolutely means a lot. Oh, what was Brendan's favorite animal car colors? Okay, so his favorite animal, he likes cats, and his favorite particular animal, I believe, is a lynx.
Yeah. Ooh, cool. Minnesota Lynx.
Yeah. And then his favorite colors are green and orange.
You know what? Them are my favorite colors, but they're lime green and bright orange. Yeah, I love it.
That's why when we have rallies and stuff, you'll see green and orange shirts, or yeah, like some people who make supporter pictures use green and orange. But yeah, he really likes colors green and orange. And as far as cars, I'm not a car person, and I remember being told what his favorite car is. I don't know.
Well, it's something somebody can write to him and ask him.
Yeah, exactly. You can ask
and then share it with us, because we'd like to see if you get, you know, a letter back from Brendan, and you keep that to yourself. That's personal. I don't want nobody to do that. But I mean, just, you know, questions you got for her, you could give to Brendan and give us the answers.
Absolutely. And that's the other thing I want to touch on. I'm not a representative of Brendan or his family. I'm not anything like that. I'm just his friend, who just really wants to do anything I can to help him. And so any questions that you may, because I do get some people that message me questions, and I'd love to help you the best I can. But anything that I can't answer that isn't case related, feel free to write him and ask him.
Yeah.
He loves answering questions.
Don't ask him things about his case. He lives that every day. That's just, I mean, I know people want to know things, but that's just not right. It's not respectable, and it's really not, it's not anything Brendan wants to hear from anybody else out here. He lives it. Don't you agree?
Yeah, no, I agree 100%. And plus, he honestly isn't allowed to talk about his case in letters and stuff, and nor would anyone should ask him, because that's kind of setting him up for failure in a way. Because,
and it's personal.
Yeah.
Very, very.
You know, he can't really, because if he says something wrong about it, then that can be against him. So that's like a big giant, like, please don't. I mean, he won't answer any questions about his case, but it's just something,
and I can't blame him.
That he can't talk about it. So
yeah, and we need to put that out. We need to put out that that is not okay to do. It's just not okay. Just don't do it. If you do it, don't expect a letter back, and then, you know, don't wonder why, because it's just not acceptable. Do not do that. Absolutely do not send him photographs that are of any pornography. Brendan gets in trouble for these things. It's not funny. He gets in trouble, and the young man has a perfect record, and you don't need that. He doesn't need that from somebody else.
I don't know.
I had to put that out there.
I don't know if he gets in trouble, but I know, especially if you send him something that he's not allowed to have, like pornography or anything inappropriate, they won't give it to him anyway.
Right.
They'll just say, hey, so-and-so sent you something, but you can't have it. And then chances are he sends it home to his mom. So if you send him something pornography, also, here's a good note. If you send him like a nude or something, he's like 20 people are going to see it before.
Yeah. His mom's going to get a hold of you, and watch out for a mother's fury for sure.
So yeah, don't do that.
Right. Right.
Yeah, unless you want everyone to see it but him. So, but yeah, only talk about, you know, how positive things, and like he loves jokes. He likes hearing about our days. He likes just everything in general. Honestly, like if you have animals, talk about your animals. If you have kids or grandkids, talk about them. Like, anything that you think he might want to hear about, just tell him. He'd love to hear about it. But I know. Oh, and there is something I want to touch on because I'm rambling now about
this on this show. We ramble. They all understand.
I'm good at rambling. So
am I. We're a perfect team, Becca. Perfect team. You just keep on rambling. Remember, we're just talking because we don't want to think about the people out there. Then we'll get nervous. I do.
Well, that's part of the reason why I ramble is because I get nervous, and then I say, like, I call it word vomit. I'm just like, so.
Well, here we go. Music and films.
But there is something I do kind of. One of the things that we can definitely help him, and it's actually at the top of my list right now, is there's a wonderful person named Tracy Keogh. Her Twitter is at Tracy TracyKeoGh2. She has this campaign that she's running. It's like an email zap to Governor Evers. Did I get that right? Okay. I got it
right here. I'm going to put it up for us to see, or everybody can see it.
Okay. It's basically it's an email zap that she started, and I think we're on email 8 right now.
Oh, that's the website.
Yeah, but that's another good resource.
Here it goes. There we go.
There we go. Yeah. If you email that email, JusticefreedomforBrendanDassey @gmail.com, and you say, hi, I would like to be a part of the email zap thing. Every once in a while, she puts it together. She'll send you a email, and basically it's a specific time and date. She has us email Evers, basically to ask him to free Brendan. I guess email zaps are good because it kind of like fills up his inbox with like 100 at once emails. So it's not like he can miss it, and it kind of like makes a statement and a point. So it's awesome, and it's very important. Now also you can email him. You can email him yourself, which is good. I know a lot of people do it 3 times a week anyway. But yeah, that's one way you can help definitely is be a part of this email zap to help basically ask Evers to bring Brendan home.
Set our Brendan free.
Yep.
Set the innocent Brendan free.
Yep.
Let him go on his pure innocence, because that's what it is. Yep. And just whatever you want to say, but be nice. Don't. Yeah. Again, be an adult. Be an adult, and think about what your words and how they would affect Brendan's getting out. And if you want him out and you're supporting him, then you will use kind, effective words to the governor.
Yep, 100%. Yeah, definitely. What was I gonna say? Oh, every email zap thing that she does generally does have a theme to it. Like I know the last one was about COVID-19. And it also was on the anniversary. She wanted us to send it on or the day before or after the anniversary of his conviction, which was like a week ago.
It was It was.
I'm really awful.
It was during Mammothon, I believe.
Yeah.
I think it was. I think it was the first day of Mammothon, if I can remember right. So I think it was the 25th.
It was.
Is that it?
I think so. Like I can look back and see my emails, but yeah, it's So it had to do with that and how important. And she has like a nice little, when she sends you the email, she really does break it down for you as to how she wants and like kind of like, this is my example, please do personally your own thing. And then it honestly, she's really awesome with it. So
Oh my gosh, she's great.
this
Is a good campaign. I'll jump on board.
she is my role model for supporting.
Well, you're a mini Tracy, let me tell you, because look at what you do. I mean, you got what I was saddened by, and then also inspired by, was during Ma'am-a-thon, I didn't see enough talking about Brendan, but I was very inspired by the exonerees that were on, and that people are going to continue to have on, because that's very inspiring, you know, for when you're fighting. And that's why I got a hold of you, because I thought we just need to do something for Brendan.
Yeah.
And out here like this, because there's people that just YouTube, they don't go to anything else, so they wouldn't get these, you know, links and emails and stuff, and unless it's briefly said on a YouTube, you know, channel. But we're going to dedicate the time to do it. So, you know, I'm sorry I keep interrupting you, but
no,
I just want to make sure I say that, you know.
No, you're fine. Absolutely. And then another thing, there's 2 petitions out there that absolutely you can sign, and that definitely will help the cause for Brendan. One of them is the one that Barb set up.
Law.
Yeah, I believe I'm kind of. It was called the Tadic Law. Now I think it's called Brendan Dassey Juvenile Protection.
Okay.
Interrogation protection law, because that. But I think the link for that is in the description. But it helps. It's basically to help prevent this from ever happening again to another kid by having proper representation in the room with the juvenile. That we've been working with that petition, trying to get people to sign it for, I think, 3 or 4 years now.
Yeah, I think it's been that long. Yeah.
Yeah, and I know that's something that's really close to Brendan's heart, as far as, you know, if that passed, you know, or trying to get that out there. The other petition right now that just recently, it's been almost a year, I believe, is the one at www.bringbrendanhome.org, and that and that's the one that goes to Evers. That was set up by his lawyers.
The more signatures, the more that governor sees that, then we zap them with his emails, and and if you want to do it on your own.
I was just gonna say, honestly, if you share those 2 petitions, that's like a lot of help.
Yeah,
a lot of help, and also just putting his name out there too. I know, like, a lot of us on Twitter try to tweet daily to Evers, and using whatever hashtags we can think of just to get his name out there.
By the way, new hashtag, Positively Brendan.
Which is awesome. Yeah. I love that.
I got to give credit to BB. Thank you. Because I said, what do you, I kind of like, what do you think? You know, because we said everything, you said everything, Brendan. I thought, hey, that's general. She goes, how about everything positively, Brendan? Because it's all positive. Right on. And then, of course, I seen Miss Piggy's name, and she's the queen of hashtags. So I put a hashtag in front of it, and there we go.
That's awesome. I love it.
I love it. I do too.
Sweet. And yeah, he's very positive, so it fits him perfectly. Positively Brendan.
Yep.
Those were the things that were on my list that I could remember off the top of my head. But, like, there's absolutely no wrong way to, like, help him. Like, if anyone out there thinks of something that's positive.
Buy a t-shirt. Buy a t-shirt with that says it. There's some on the family page, correct? Or is it in Tracy's? Jane would know because she got one, so she can put that up here. I think it's on there. Description.
I think it's in his Justice and Freedom group. One of the admins made t-shirts and has been trying to sell them for, and I believe half the profits go to Brendan, and then the other half go to Laura and Steve's CWCY, Center for Wrongful Did I say that right? Oh, it looks like
I'm back.
Okay,
I'm
thank you.
back. Don't worry, it happens. I forgot at this time of night. It kind of generally goes off. I don't know why, but you still were on, so we're all good.
Yeah, they're really awesome T-shirts, and that's another way. I mean, anything like that, you can do to help.
Oh, Cindy, hi, Cindy.
Oh, hey, Cindy.
Yeah, nice to see you.
I
I know
know.
she's a very big supporter too for Brendan.
Yeah, I know. I ordered a T-shirt, and I'm still waiting on mine. But I think because of the COVID nonsense, plus in Arizona everything travels by horse, so it's still gonna be taking a bit to get here. But that's another way. And also joining those groups, joining his Justice and Freedom group, joining the family group. That's a good way of keeping up to date with things and being involved in the fundraiser stuff when there is one, and just keeping up the news with everything. So absolutely, yeah, those are like good places to be.
Thanks for buying our T-shirt and supporting our Brendan.
Yeah.
I say our Brendan. I just feel like he's everybody's. You know what I mean? He's such an inspiration. I mean, I get so inspired.
He's everyone's friend. He's just really, like everyone. I've never met anyone that has a negative thing to say about him that has really gotten to know him, as a person. So he really is just really that wonderful. So
mine's all hearsay, but it's all been good. Say, you know what I mean?
That's why you need to send him a card.
I know. I'm up here practicing, not practicing what I preach. I'm very I get really emotional when I try to do it. But I did write him a poem, and you were nice enough to send it to him. So that was great. That made me feel good that he got it, So that's another way, that you are helping is by giving what they give to you, you give to him. In case they're like me and just have this really bad, I mean, I've wrote, but I just don't send them. And I don't know why. It's a mental block or something in my own mental issues, but I'm getting there. I'll get there.
That's another thing. Like, there's a few of people out there like me that write to him, like, and you can do it with me too. But if any of you do feel shy and you don't really know exactly what to say, just message me, and I'll gladly pass anything on to him that's positive and that is good for him to read or hear. And but there's tons of people out there too that he talks to on the same level as me that you can do the same. So absolutely, right. Don't be shy to reach out to somebody if you're that shy to write to him, and just email or message me on Facebook or Twitter, and I'll gladly pass anything on to him.
That's true.
Any positive stuff he loves to hear. So,
and you do email with them, and he talks to you, and that's private, and that's great. And it's wonderful that Brendan gets to know, that you let him know how much he is loved and supported, because I think that's very important for him to know, because I mean, that's got to be scary. I'm only going on by I don't know firsthand. I have absolutely no idea. I can't say I know how he feels, or I know how his mom feels, or I know how his family feels. I can't say that. But the things I can imagine about it, it's like I can feel, it hits me. So you getting to talk to him, you get to know like what he likes, like his favorite color and this and that. But now here's something, and I don't know nothing about it, but I'm really fascinated. It's Pokemon. I want to know about these Pokemon things. And am I pronouncing it right? Because I know my kids always, I'm not sure how you pronounce it. My granddaughter says, Nana, that's not how you say it. I'm like,
me and my friends, because I have one of my best friends is also really into Pokemon, and we actually joke with each other and call it Pokemans. But
Pokemon. But it's Pokemon, right?
Pokemon. Yeah. Okay. And he loves Pokemon.
Okay.
That's absolutely anything anyone could write to him about. And I mean, it sounds really intimidating from for people who don't know anything about Pokemon, but like, yeah, no, I love Pokemon myself, so I don't know, but yeah, definitely he loves hearing about Pokemon. If you have a favorite Pokemon, or if you like just even Googling it and then looking at it briefly, and sometimes you can't do it now because he can't have internet contact. But if you
Right.
like to draw or you like to whatever, absolutely draw him something Pokemon and he'll love it.
Yeah, there's a lot of really good artists out there. I do know that. I've seen it, you know. Well, that's not the one I wanted. I wanted this one here.
How do I get
Okay, mods, he wants to know how he gets a t-shirt, and it's over on the family page, correct?
It's on Justice and Freedom group.
Justice and Freedom group.
There's also I'll have to look it up later, and next live I'll have to share the link. But there is a person in Manitowoc, I believe, that's making t-shirts for the family. I don't know if that directly helps him though, but like if you are interested in getting a t-shirt, like a salvage yard t-shirt or a free Brendan Free Steven t-shirt, you can get one through there, and the money does help out the family. But yeah, if you join Justice and Freedom right now, there's a campaign to where you can buy a t-shirt. And I don't know how long that's going to be open for either. So if you are in that group or want to join that group, I would suggest doing that and really jumping on that right now.
Okay, I'm not sure what kind of cards. I know they said that somebody had said in here they can't accept cards. Is that true? Or is it just you can't 2-layer cards or cards with layers on them?
He can get cards. He can't get double layered. He can't get popped up. He can't have anything with glitter. Or he can't have anything with smelly things. He can't have stickers. Like a simple, what I usually do is when you, I go to the dollar store because they always have very simple cards.
Yeah.
And they have really funny cards too. He loves funny cards. But
he likes jokes.
Yeah. So, and the old Moonpig. Moonpig.com, I believe is the address, is another one where you can actually create a card too. And you could add
I've seen that on here.
I do that every once in a while, and I'll add Pokemon stuff on it for him. But
yeah, I've seen that here. They put it up here. So the mods have been putting that up here about Moon. What do you said?
Somebody asked, would I want to know, Becca, would it be able to send a picture with a letter, or do you have to email them? Okay, so I can't email him pictures, which is a really big bummer. But like I said before, he can get pictures. What I usually do is I print them out on printer paper. And then I send him with the letter. But he can only get certain kind of pictures right now. He can't have inner-based ones, so no memes, nothing with words, nothing.
No Pokemon.
Yeah, no Pokemon, unfortunately. But if you have like pictures of your animals, of your family, of like things around your house, or even if
taking a walk.
Yeah, taking a walk, anything.
Yeah.
Sunsets. Yeah, he can get those. And no Pokemon cards though, right? Yeah, no Pokemon cards, unfortunately.
No.
Yeah. Those are considered paraphernalia.
Really?
Yeah.
That's weird. Well, they must trade them in, trade them in the prison or whatever,
and also there's ways of like you can create them into like bad things.
Yeah, probably. Yeah, remember last time I asked you what a Switch was, and you showed me that. Well, my daughter has one now, so yay! I finally can know about that too. I don't know. He's not able to play games like that. He don't have that kind of thing there, does he? But he can keep up on it on a tablet, right? Like, I mean, he can.
He has a tablet, and it has games on it that are offered through the tablet company.
Good.
But as far as because one game, if you ever want to play a game that Brendan plays on his tablet that he absolutely loves. It's called,
yeah.
It's called Chick Flow. Is that what?
CHIX?
CHIC and then flow. It's like a pipe game where you basically connect pipes.
Yeah, we connect them. I play that. Yeah, I played that.
On his tablet, and he absolutely loves it.
It is fun. It's addicting. It's one of them addicting games.
I can't get it because I think it's an Android or it's an iPhone thing.
Oh, I think it's Android. I have it on Android.
Okay, then I'll have to look again because like I keep trying to find it, but like as far as I know, only iPhone people. But that's one of those games that if you want to play something that he plays too, and then talk to him about in your next letter, he will tell you his highest score, and and he will tell you how he's kicking your butt in it. So
yeah, because I mean, some of them are kind of complicated. You look at it and you go, "Ooh, I gotta put this here."
Yeah.
I'm like, oh, too much for me. Yeah, I get it. But yeah, that's a lot of fun. So see, guys, there's a lot we can do for Brendan. A whole lot. And I'm sure you guys got things you could think of. If you think of something, you can get a hold of me and Becca. And we're anything positive, Brendan. It's all positive, Brendan. We'll probably have some guests up here if they want to talk, maybe some special guests. We don't know. We don't know where this is going to go. We just know that it's a positive thing. And it's for somebody who really a lot of times keeps me going. He does. He gets me up and I know one thing, if it wasn't for Brendan, I wouldn't be here right now. That's straight up the truth. And I would imagine a lot of people feel that way. And I'm not going to cry. Every time I talk about Brendan, I cry. And well, I cry because I'm just an emotional person, not because I'm sad. It's just I get a lot of emotion. When I met his mother, it was something I will treasure forever. It really was. When I was giving her a hug, it was like hugging her son. And I 100% support them. So if you guys don't support them, then you're at the wrong channel, because this is a place where we support Brendan and all of his family. I just want to put that out there.
I'm actually really glad you brought that up, because that is something that I would like to say. And one really good way you can support Brendan is by supporting his mom and his family. It really does warm his heart and makes him feel, I don't know, like that his whole family is innocent.
The victim.
Yeah. And unfortunately, there's a lot of people out there that give him a lot of problems and stuff and anxiety. So when you do something nice for one of them, like if you even give his mom comfort or warm words, honestly, that's like comforting him.
It is.
So absolutely, if
we won't tolerate it. We won't tolerate nothing here.
That's really a good me to argue with you. But yeah, no, I think that's one really good way to help Brendan is by just being supportive for his family too. And and I'm not talking like anything like bigger, and but just like giving kind words or comfort, especially to his mother.
Or stop somebody from talking crap. See this? There we go. That was wonderful. It was really and I've seen Becca there too, so it was wonderful. I had a marvelous time there, and I felt so supportive being amongst the family, because we could sit here, but when you're right there, it's so surreal, and you're with the family, and you just want to show them that you are standing by them 100%. And I do stand by her 100%. Because I stand by her son. I stand by her husband. I stand by her sons. I stand by her mother, her father, her brothers, the family. And so I'm glad we're talking. I have to bring this out. A lot of people will give me trouble for it. I will still stand. I'm not changing my morals. I'm not. This is who I am. And if you don't like the support we show here, then you just do not come here, because we don't want that. That's all I'm saying.
And the way I think of it is that my role or my job is to be as supportive as I can for Brendan, and that means not talking poorly about his family.
Right.
is in my idea. Like, and I know everyone has different opinions and stuff on that, but you know, that's just something that I feel very strongly about. Plus the fact that I know that they're all innocent and they're all really wonderful people. So,
Yep.
yeah, no, but definitely, if one way to be supportive for him is to support his family.
Yes. Because this is somebody he loves very, very much. That is his mother. And I can't remember what way to go right there. Look at that. I mean, you can just, I love this picture of them because they just look so happy. You know what I mean? It's just, you can feel the happiness like out coming out of it. You know what I mean? So yes, we support the family and we support Brendan. And if it makes Brendan feel good that we're sticking up or saying hello or just anything, I there's not much I wouldn't do, I'll tell you, outside of, you know, I mean, probably, I don't know, well, trying to break him out, I couldn't do that. I said, I don't want to die, and I don't want to get him in trouble. But just like you, Becca, there isn't much we would not do for Brendan if we could do it and make his life a little better, you know. So think about that, guys. Think about, you know, how he's been in there all this time, and, you know, an encouraging word, you know, like I always tell everybody, give somebody a smile. You know, it costs you nothing and it might mean $1 million to somebody that you didn't even know. Just smiling at somebody going down the street you might have saved their life by doing that. So just a kind word saying, I'm here for you, or hello, how are you? And then generally work into something if that's what it is. But I know there's a lot of people out here that really care, like Nothing But a Stump. She writes, she's going to color him a picture. I'm sure he will love that. Coloring a picture. People do what is that, them Mendelins and all that other kind of drawings. People do it all the time and just leave it in a book. Well, instead of doing that, tear it out, put Brendan's address on it.
Yep.
You know, and if you don't do it all the time, you got a book laying around, every week do it, every couple days. It's something, you know what I mean? Yes, Linda, do it yourself.
Yeah, and like somebody asked a question. I sent him a couple of postcards in the past that I printed out myself and paintings I did of animals. Do you think he would have gotten them? I think he would have if there were postcards. If you want to message me, and then I could ask him in my next email that I write to him, or if you even want to contact one of the admins of his group, there's a couple of people I can think of that I could ask that talk to him more directly than I do, and we can make sure. You could also ask Barb. Sometimes when he calls her, she asks him to confirm if he got something, but I think he would have gotten them if they were postcards. Can I print out a nature picture and send it to him? Will they let him have a color printout? Yes, he would. If it's on printer paper, like I said, he would definitely be able to get that. So definitely do that. He would love to do nature stuff too. Do letters have to fit in a standard business envelope, or can we send 8x10 manila envelopes? I do not want to fold pictures I colored. You know, I'll have to test him on that one. I think he'll be able to get it because I don't think there's like a when he was at Columbia, I was able to send him big envelopes filled with stuff. I'm not sure about the new prison that he's at, the Oshkosh one, so I'll have to actually write that one down and ask. But I'm gonna say, go ahead and try. Maybe if you could somehow scan the picture and then keep the original one and then send him like a one. But let me double check on that. I will ask him. Sorry, I'm writing it down.
Thank you, Rob. He says, I bet he's loving all the attention from all the lovely women.
Yeah.
He doesn't know, but maybe, you know, when he gets out, he might someday see these. And, you know, wouldn't you? I mean, I will feel proud because I'm doing something good. So think about that too, guys. When Brendan gets out, what you do today, he will see tomorrow. So
Also, yeah, nothing but a stump, or you can start small. Absolutely. That's sometimes whenever I have an idea about sending him something, I will what I call test send it. Start off with like one thing and then like see if he gets it. And if he does, then I will continue to do it. So yeah, you can start off definitely small. Like send him one thing and see if he gets it. And also
Right.
you can write to him and ask him too. Like I said, anything that you ask me, absolutely write to him and ask him too.
Yep. Make sure you put your address on the letter as well as the envelope, because he doesn't always get his envelopes, correct?
Yeah, that's very true. He doesn't always get his envelopes. And also that, because I think they just hand him the mail. I'm not sure if they tell him directly who it's from, but yeah, that's absolutely put your name and address on it. That way,
if you want to be wrote back to, right?
Yeah.
And be patient, because he's one person and he's got a lot of mail comes in at a time, I'm sure.
Now,
So
I also will say, like, I know that he loves writing people back. He knows like how important it is and how much everyone loves that, and he absolutely tries to do it. But also,
well, his mother said he writes every single supporter back. It just takes some time.
Yeah.
And think about it, you know?
Yeah. So, but like also, I just want to say when we write to him, also to not really have an expectation again.
You're right.
Just write to him just for the simple fact of keeping him entertained. But he will definitely eventually write you back. So just be patient with it, and don't, like, if you send him a letter and then you haven't heard anything back in a week or two, send him another letter. Just saying, hey, and not even asking to be written back, but just to like keep up that support and those good positive vibes, and he'll eventually get back to writing to you. So
yeah. We don't, no expectations is better. I don't have none. I just want everybody to have the information available and a place to come and talk and chit chat about Brendan and what we feel. And, so, yep, this is going well. You're doing great, man. I'm glad I got the best person of all to do this. I'm telling you, it couldn't be anybody better, because I'd be stumbling because I don't know all these things, but I'm willing to learn because I really want to. And I want to be able to put Brendan out there, because he doesn't get talked about enough. He doesn't. I mean, what he does, it's sad. And we don't need to know that. We all know that, okay? Or we wouldn't be here. So let's just talk about this person who has developed into still a very hopeful, very inspiring, very encouraging, very loving, very innocent man. He's not a boy anymore. He's a man. And I have a hard time sometimes remembering that he has grown. He's not that 16-year-old kid that we see. So he is growing into a very inspiring, a gentle, caring soul, from what I hear. I don't know him personally, but from what I hear from everybody, that's what I hear. Yeah,
he really is like a really wonderful person. And you really can't do anything wrong. You can't do it. Yeah. You can't go wrong with him as far as other than just being not being positive in the letter or talking bad about his family, but like there's absolutely nothing that you could probably write to him that he wouldn't be interested in. So
right. And he learns from us too, because he doesn't have no outside contact except for his parents and his brothers or whoever's on his visiting list. And and that's something somebody asked me, and I don't like that, and that question, who's on his visiting list. That's none of my business. So I wouldn't know, and I wouldn't know that. So I'm sorry. Maybe you should ask Brendan that and see if he wants to indulge in that conversation. But that's the kind of thing that maybe this person meant no harm at all, and they probably didn't. But that is not something I feel that should be asked. I think that's a little personal.
And if you ask him questions and he doesn't answer or he doesn't get back to you on those things, because like I'm kind of feel the same way. There's some things that just aren't my business.
Right.
Think
about it if somebody was asking you it before you ask him it. I guess, I mean, because that's what I go by, because I think I have pretty good, morals about things like this. And if I would be embarrassed, I wouldn't
know
want
that a
to.
lot of his family's on his visiting list. I know of all his brothers, except for his step or half brother, and are on his visitors list. And I know they all visit him and love him.
Mm-hmm. Yep.
So they all see him and visit him often. So
Yep.
absolutely, that's about as much as I know about his visitors list. But like you said, honestly, I never really asked to like who exact. I know it's very limited number. I think it's 12 people that are he can have on his visitors list, but and I know it's full. But yeah,
I'm sure it is.
Yeah.
I mean, I hope this COVID thing goes away soon so Brendan can start seeing his family again, because I would imagine that's probably the most bummer thing of all, is not being able to see your family, and probably for his family too. So let's all keep that in our prayers for everybody, but especially for people who really do depend on seeing people. So that's why we're encouraging to write a letter.
Yeah,
show them we still are here.
Right now, he hasn't been able to get visitors because of the COVID-19. So honestly, the letters and support that he's been getting from us really has been meaning a lot.
Going. Good. That's good.
Yeah.
Did you have anything else, Becca?
Nothing that can't wait until next Friday.
Okay. And do you know what your thing is going to be for next week, or are you going to tell? No, you'll tell us on Friday because you already did this one. So you tell. You're going to tell us today for Monday.
Yeah. For this Monday, it's going to be summer themed. So if you have pictures of summer stuff.
Okay.
Yeah, but as far as next one, I haven't thought that far.
Yeah, I'm a little ahead. I'm sorry. I forgot what day it was because I'm in the house. I don't really, you know what I mean? Unless I look at the calendar, it's like, what day is it? It's all the same to me, pretty much all the same, unless I'm doing a live. But okay, so this coming Monday, get your stuff in on Sunday to Becca on Facebook. You Facebook her with your picture and nothing internet based at all. Just make sure it's just a summer, spring, whatever, picking a flower, walking the dog, say hello, sitting on the grass, doing a cartwheel, standing on your head. It don't matter. As long as there's no stickers on it, no glitter, no internet-based things, you'll get it to Brendan, right?
Yep.
Okay. And then all the links that have been going through the chat, all through this live, are going to be in the description, and every week we'll have them there. And if there's anything new, we'll post them there. Brett, I want to thank you. This has been great. I hope everybody enjoys it, and I hope everybody comes back next week so we can see if people wrote and what the new Be Brendan Brave is. And if you're a Twitter person, hashtag Brendan or positively Brendan, and hashtag Be Brendan Brave, and all the other ones that go on. And Becca, thanks. This has really been great.
Yeah, thank you for having me, and I'm really excited to see everyone next Friday.
Next Friday, same Brendan channel, same Brendan time. There we go. Bye, guys. Thank you so much for coming. Make sure you write to Brendan.